Welcome back to part 2 of being a guest and cosplay judge at Fangea Con in San Diego. Today I decided to cosplay Ash, so I got all bloodied up and fancy for the day. After getting to the table, I recorded a video to let people know that the cosplay contest was happening that day. The morning was pretty slow, nothing too crazy was going on, so I just watched the table until Ari arrived. In the spirit of Army of Darkness, I decided to check out some medieval fighters. They do like fencing style fighting. It was pretty cool. Very fun and thematic. In one of the rooms over, there was some K-pop dance challenges happening, and it seemed like people were having a lot of fun. And yeah, really good dancing. Fangea had its own photographers, so they were taking pictures of guests and cosplayers, and it was really cool. I appreciate cons that do this. Prejudging was approaching, so I had some lunch and grabbed a soda can that said "Dude" on it. After lunch, me and my fellow cosplay guest judges were escorted to the prejudging room where we would check out everyone's cosplays and give them critiques. I didn't record prejudging for obvious reasons, but here we are at the table and getting ready to watch everyone come on with their amazing costumes. So Ari organized the cosplay contest, and Ari has extensive experience as a cosplayer and performer and competitor, so the way the contest was organized was very thorough, and I really liked that. My fellow judges also had a lot of expertise and experience in specific areas that made it really easy to discuss and figure out which costumes we felt were deserving of the awards that we were going to give them. Most of my awards and credentials when it comes to cosplay stuff comes from smaller cosplay events and local events where I would win awards for craftsmanship, best in show, judge's choice, and performance. And then when I started competing at bigger events, I used to win performance a couple years in a row, I believe for Anime California. But enough about me. My favorite part about being a cosplay judge is seeing how everyone interprets a character or puts their own personal touches into a cosplay, because what a character means to each individual is different, and why they decided to put the hard work into making the costume in the first place is always great. After all of our competitors got a chance to do a walk-on, the judges went back to our table to deliberate and decide which awards would go to which people. With prejudging done, all we had to do was determine some final notes to make sure that all of our choices and ideas aligned on who should get what awards. We had 3 main awards and I believe 3 additional Judge's Choice awards. I didn't record people getting their awards because I was giving them, so you know, that's how it works. But yeah, and people seem to be very happy with the awards and understanding if they did not get awards, and everyone left, I believe, feeling pretty encouraged. But after, I decided to explore what was left of the con, so I checked out the Time Stop Tavern, which was upstairs, and they had this whole entire setup, very steampunk themed, and yeah, it was pretty darn cool. Lots of like D&D-esque stuff, so that's pretty cool if you're into that. I always appreciate like the miniatures and stuff for D&D. I dig it. I'm not much of a D&D person. I really love fantasy and storytelling, but the sessions are quite long, and that's tough for me. Cosplaying Western characters at cons is always so interesting to me because I'm very used to people not knowing my character, except when I'm cosplaying Miku, and it doesn't really bother me. Like, I don't really care that people acknowledge or recognize it, but cosplaying Ash was really interesting because a lot of people recognized who I was, and that's really cool, but I haven't really experienced that before in all my years as a cosplayer, so that was pretty interesting. The con was pretty much winding down at this point, so I just continued to wander around. I did a photo shoot with a photographer that was outside just to kind of pass the time and fart around, I guess. Whenever I get the opportunity to be a guest, I always try to interact with every aspect of the event and attendees to make everyone feel welcome and make sure that everyone's having a good time. With the event now over, I went back to my car and relaxed for a second and collected myself to share my thoughts about the con. Okay, so final verdict on Fangea. I think it's really fun, and I think it's a really good event. Supposedly it used to only be 1 day, and now it's a 2-day event, and people noticed that there were fewer people at the event overall because it was spread out over 2 days. I thought it was good. I talked to a lot of the vendors and they said that they did just okay, not great. and they're not sure if they would come back, but yeah, I think it was a fun con, and it was fun to judge, and I'm always looking for more opportunities to just participate in the con world, because it's getting a little harder these days to volunteer and do stuff, but yeah. But yeah, thank you guys for watching the second part of my vlog, and I will see you again next time. Here's me and the dude soda can, because it's the only clip I feel like showing again.